Are you making more money than other people your age? And if yes, how much more? Hi everyone, I'm Ava, and welcome back to Your Financial Journey. As my mom likes to say, everyone's financial journey is different. We all reach certain milestones at different times. But sometimes it can be nice to know roughly where other people your age are at to see how your finances add up. That's why in today's video, we'll be diving into a topic that might help you get an idea of how much money you should be making at your age. That is, the average income by age. We'll cover the median income by age in the US, talk about how income changes with each stage of life, and share some tips on how you can boost your income if you feel like you're behind. Let's get started. The median income by age. First, let's take a look at the median income for every age from 16 to 75. Because the amount we're showing is the median, it means that half the people that age will earn more, and half the people that age will earn less. That makes it a great benchmark for what you might expect to make. But remember that it doesn't mean that everyone that age has that same income. There's a large range of the amount you can expect to earn at each age. So don't be alarmed if you earn less than the number you see. Again, 50% of people that age will be earning less too. Let's start off with the median income for ages 16 to 25. In this column to the left, we'll list each age, and in this column to the right, we'll show the median income for that age. We'll highlight a few things now, but go into more detail after we've shown you the numbers. So feel free to pause if you want to look at the median income for a specific age. Here's the median income for our youngest age group. The median incomes start out as you might expect, just a few $1,000s for teens, who are probably just working summer or part-time jobs, but quickly getting higher for those finishing school and entering their 20s. Next up, we have the median income for ages 26 to 35. During this stage of life, your median income might increase significantly as you establish yourself and become more skilled in your job. From $43,370 at age 26 to $60,000 at age 35, nearly a 40% increase. Here's the median income for ages 36 to 45. At this point, you might be in the middle stage of your career, and the median income remains pretty steady. And this is the median income for ages 46 to 55, the peak earning years for many people. Here, the median income by age peaks at 50, with an income of $68,790. After that, we have the median income for ages 56 to 65. Like for ages 36 to 45, many people's incomes are constant during this stage, and we can see that reflected in the similar numbers we have here. Finally, this is the median income for ages 66 to 75. At this point, many people are already retiring, but for those who do continue to work up into these ages, the median income stays within a relatively stable and still quite respectable range. So, those are the median incomes for ages 16 to 75 in the US. Did any of the numbers surprise you? Leave a comment below to let us know. Personally, I thought the median income for teens would be a little higher, but that might just be because my siblings and I all started working as soon as we could. Of course, it might help to know a bit more about what's behind those high or low numbers. So next up, we'll talk about the factors that might impact the median income for each age group. How income changes with each stage of life. It makes sense that the median income starts out pretty low, increases in the 20s and 30s as people are advancing in their careers, and peaks around the 50s before dipping as people start to retire or work less. But each stage of life is different and has its own opportunities and challenges when it comes to your career. So let's break it down in more detail based on the numbers we just saw. Starting off with teens, we can see here that the median income is usually a few $1,000s. That makes sense. At that point, you're probably still in school and spending most of your time studying or participating in extracurriculars. But you might be able to make some money by balancing that with a part-time or seasonal job. For example, babysitting, dog walking, retail, or fast food. Or in my case, working in the family business. If you want ideas, check out my sister Caitlin's video here on the top summer jobs for teens. Jobs like these are also a great way to build time management and customer service skills. And even if the starting pay may not always be great, that money still adds up over time. Earning a lower income but gaining experience will likely continue as you enter your 20s. During this stage of life, many people are finishing college, starting trade apprenticeships, and entering the workforce full-time. In your early 20s, you might start out with an entry-level position, like an assistant or retail supervisor, that pays around $20,000 to $30,000, which is around the median income we can see here. But the 20s are a transformative decade, because those jobs give valuable experience, which is what helps many get higher paying positions by their mid to late 20s, pushing the median income to $50,200 by age 29. Unfortunately, being a young adult has its downsides too, because while the career climbing and income increases are great, you may also have to deal with student loans or high costs of living. Your 30s and early 40s are usually the middle of your career. As we can see from the median income, many people's earnings increase further, with the median income hitting $60,000 by 35 before stabilizing around that number after that. During this time, you might have momentum in your career and be moving into a higher role, such as a project manager, skilled tradesperson, or specialist in a field like IT or finance. It's also during this stage of life that many people experience important milestones. Buying a house, starting a family and raising kids, or taking care of aging parents. Those things might stretch your budget, even if you have the median income of around $60,000. So this period of life tends to be more financially stressful too. Some people also have to deal with challenges like layoffs, industry disruptions, or career plateaus that can be a setback to income. But these challenges might also be the reason why many people decide to start their own businesses or pivot to new fields during this time, which offer the possibility of income improving or even skyrocketing, though it might require some penny pinching at first. In your mid-40s and 50s, you'll likely see your peak earning years. Like we mentioned before, the median income by age peaks around 50 at $68,790. At this point, your experience could be paying off in the form of a more senior position or leadership role with a higher pay. Despite that, we can see that the median income remains pretty stable. And that's because this is also the time that many decide to start downsizing as they get older, or have to deal with things like health issues or layoffs. At the same time, you'll likely still be managing some of the same trials you were in your 30s and early 40s, like paying down loans or helping your kids with setting up their own lives. Your 60s and 70s, which come after, are the end of many people's working careers. As we can see, the median income hovers around $60,000. But note that these numbers only take into account the people who still want to work and are working, which, according to advisor perspectives, was only around 20% of those over 65 in 2025. At this age, many people are already retired, relying on Social Security, pensions, or investment withdrawals for their income. They finally get to enjoy their years of hard work. A lot of retirees start passion projects, spend more time traveling, and try new hobbies they've always been interested in. So how do you feel about where you're at? If your income or finances are ahead for your age, you might be thrilled, and that's great. But if you feel like you're behind, or if you're unhappy with where you're at, don't worry. There's lots of things you can do to catch up. And that's what we'll be covering in the next part of this video. How you can boost your income if you feel like you're behind. Your income may be closely related to the stage of life you're at, but remember that when you enter each stage isn't set in stone based on a specific age. Everyone gets to them at their own pace, and they aren't necessarily the same as the ones we described, or anyone else's. There's no need to panic if your income is below the median for your age. But if you feel like you're behind, there are things you can do. So here are 5 tips on how to catch up if you feel like you're behind. 1. Upskill or reskill. When you're busy with life and work, Learning a new skill might sound like the last thing you want to do. After all, it'll take time, money, and energy to do. But it can definitely pay off. Learning a high-demand skill, like coding, digital marketing, or trade certifications, can result in a pay increase at your current job, or open up the opportunity to get a higher-paying one. In today's day and age, there are plenty of free resources available online you can use to teach yourself. And if you want to get a certification or more in-depth experience, trade schools or online course platforms can be game changers. A $1,000 course, for example, might sound pricey at first, but it could lead to a $10,000 salary bump. 2. Negotiate your pay. If you're employed, research your market value on sites like Glassdoor or Team Blind. And if it's possible, use that information and your contributions to the company to ask for a raise. It might sound scary, but according to LendingTree, over 80% of full-time workers who ask for a pay raise receive one. Even a 5% pay increase adds up significantly over time. 3. Start a side gig. Taking on a side gig like freelancing, tutoring, or babysitting, or even just getting another job is one of the best ways to boost your income. And the great thing is that it's something anyone can do. There's countless options, so choose something that best matches your skill set. My sisters and I, for example, we work in our family business part-time and are also building out our own YouTube channels on the side. And my mom, when she was in her late teens, also worked part-time in 2 different jobs. One in a bank to build work experience, and the other in a restaurant to earn more money. These days, online websites like Fiverr and TaskRabbit are great for finding extra work. And though finding a new job or side gig might sound daunting at first, working a few extra hours a week adds up over the course of the year. In some cases, what starts out as a side job can even end up earning you more than your original job and becoming your full-time career. 4. Network strategically. Try connecting with people in your industry and outside of it, at work events, on online sites like LinkedIn, and even just in your everyday life. You could meet a mentor or referral who helps open the door to a higher paying role. Just one good connection could change your career. And our last, but perhaps most important tip, 5. Budget and invest wisely. This might sound obvious, but it's something many people probably need to hear. No matter how high someone's income is, it won't seem like a lot if they're always spending everything they make. Budgeting and investing wisely will not only help you be sure that you're getting the most out of your hard-earned income now, but it'll allow you to boost your income and wealth long-term too. Start by taking a look at where your money has been going and asking yourself whether you needed certain purchases or would have been fine without them. Then try cutting the unnecessary expenses you find or opting for cheaper alternatives. That can free up cash that you can then put into saving and investing. And whatever your financial situation is, start saving and investing now. Even just a bit of money will get you an added return if you give it enough time. For example, if you invest just $1,000 into the stock market, it could be worth nearly $4,000 after 20 years. That's thanks to the power of compound interest. And check out this video here if you want to learn more about how compound interest can make you rich. So, what do you think about the average income for your age group? And have you ever thought about starting a side gig or your own business? Drop a comment below to let us know. And make sure to like and subscribe if you learned something new or found some of our tips helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.